fellow comrades. Yes,
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are now in the ID Mind Media, Radio and Television. We have the activists who are going to come up, and we're going to listen to some of the activists. Okay, the activists are going to be coming up, so please, you listen to. We have today we have Comrade Mike Fusi, we have Comrade Pascal and Comrade Emos who are going to be talking today in this particular episode 55. Okay, thank you for listening, and God bless Ambazonia.
not talking about that now. But now let's go back to the many audios we are now getting coming out of their coalition. You see, in order for, and that is one thing, the Sako people, they like giving themselves, they know how to give themselves titles. They are very good at that, giving themselves titles, as though the persecution of this struggle depends on how many titles you accord to people. Now, in order to ascertain that what these complainants, Irene, Dorotingwa, Emos, and the others, in order to ascertain that what they are saying now is based on the truth, as they know it, if it is based on the truth as they know it, they must first of all answer the following questions that I have to ask here. I would like for them to answer these questions. Number one, do you still believe that Dr. Sako must remain as president till we get to Boya? Irene, Dorotingwa, Dr. Elad, Emos, and the others, do you still believe that Dr. Sako must remain as the leader of the Ambazonian struggle till we get to Boya? Is this still your firm belief? This, your answer to this question is very, very critical, because this is one of the reasons that caused the rift and for the interim government to start falling apart or breaking apart, because you insisted that Dr. Sako must not take part in any election, but should just remain there as a leader till we get to Boya, despite the fact that the Constitution clearly stated the contrary. As a matter of fact, this is the only way that you can compare a leader to present himself or herself to the people, and for his mandate to be renewed based on his or her performance. If we are saying that it is a democratic system, then that principle must apply. If that principle does not apply, then it is not a democracy. That is it. That's just a fact. Well, as we well know, the other Dr. Sako himself said, which is the next question I'm going to ask here. Do you believe, question number two, do you believe that if it is a revolution, then it must be a dictatorship? Do you believe that if it is a revolution, then it must be a dictatorship, as Dr. Sako stated? Do you still agree with that? Because when you decided to side with him, that he must not stand for any election, but should remain as the leader of the struggle in perpetuity, regardless of how long the revolution will take, and regardless of what his performance may have been at the time or will be in the future, there was no room for the people to evaluate his performance and determine whether or not he could be replaced, or what if he was bought over by the enemy. Must we now stick with him because, as according to you, he must remain as leader till we get to Boya? What if he was bought over by the enemy? By your accepting that assertion and staying with him and supporting him at the time, were you accepting that no matter whether he was compromised or not, that Ambazonians must continue to accept him as a leader? Because that is what you meant by standing with him and saying he shouldn't subject himself to any election, but must remain as leader till Boya. And those who are very responsible for this dictatorial tendency you are pushing it are none other than his vice, Eric Atte, as another staunch dictator. I think he's even more of a dictator than Sako himself. Those are the people pushing Sako to take these very undemocratic decisions. Now, this is the problem. You must be able to ask, because if you say that you believe that Sako must remain as president to Boya, and you believe that if it is a revolution, then it must be a dictatorship. Then your complaints that you are coming up with now at this time are baseless. Your complaints at this point are baseless. So in order for you to say that what you are claiming now, that Sako is now trying to take all the codes and passwords to all the websites and platforms and the fora that you have, is a power grab that the Constitution never allowed it. You cannot claim that without, first of all, denouncing the fact that if it is a revolution, it must be a dictatorship. Because when you accept that if it's a revolution, then it must be a dictatorship, then Sako has the right to do exactly what he's doing now. If you accept that if it is a revolution, it must be a dictatorship, then Sako is doing exactly what a dictator does. Amassing power, grabbing everything, making sure that he's in absolute control of everything. So you must, first of all, admit that you were wrong previously if what you are claiming now is true. If you want us to believe that what you are claiming now is the right thing, you must, first of all, admit that you were wrong by accepting that Sako was right to stay as president forever and that he had the right to remain as a dictator, because if it's a revolution, it must be a dictatorship. You cannot claim to be right now if you have not yet admitted that you were wrong previously. The two cannot go together. They cannot go together. And I like for someone to send this audio to Rich, Rain, Dorosingwa, and the others who are now fuming and crying from the very tyranny of the monster they created. You created this monster. The illegal amendment of the so-called constitution and the attempt to confiscate all codes and passwords to the websites that you use and platforms is the extension of the dictatorship which you all endorsed. You all endorsed this dictatorship. Why then are you crying foul today? What did you understand dictatorship to mean when you supported it, when you supported Sako in that assertion? When you supported Sako in the assertion that if it's a dictatorship, if it's a revolution, it must be a dictatorship. What did you understand dictatorship to mean? Let's assume he is able to collect these codes and passwords, and tomorrow, when you try to restrain him in one way or the other, he goes rogue and blocks everybody out. And assumes absolute control of everything, confiscates everything. What then are you going to do? What are you going to do then? How will you compel him to abide by or to give these access to these various platforms to you? How are you going to compel him to do that? When he is the only one with unfettered access to them. Is that what democracy is about, or is that dictatorship? So you see, Ma Dorotingwa, Ma Irengwa, Dr. Tita, Emos, and the others. I feel very sorry for you. I feel very sorry for all of you. But you are now being devoured by the very monster you created. This monster, you created this monster yourself, and you are being devoured by it. You see, this is when we rose up against Sarko's tyranny, you called us coup plotters. Isn't it strange that you are now crime foul because you are having the same label thrown at you? Huh? How does it feel? How do you feel? When people rise up and they try to ask for accountability and the respect of the rules that were laid down, and Sarko being as manipulative as he is always, you people came out and say, oh, he's the almighty president. You still call him excellency, and yet you are complaining. You guys have not understood what you got yourself into yet. You still call Sarko excellency. I believe even in those days when we were still under Sarko, we said, look, you people should avoid using all these names that make people grow big heads. We said avoid all this nonsense about excellency. Even now, I think Dorothy was audio. She's still referring to him as excellency. What's all that nonsense for? Hmm? So, in order for you to be taken seriously, you must first of all admit that you were wrong to label us coup plotters when we rose up against these same dictatorial tendencies of Sarko, Eric Ate, and others. You denounce us and you call us coup plotters. Isn't it very strange now that you are being called the same? And you are crying foul. But when you did it to others, you thought it was okay. And what is the crime again? For daring to ask for accountability, for daring to insist that the rules be followed, for daring to speak out when the rules were being bent, when documents were being manipulated, when the constitution was being illegally altered. When people spoke up, they were called coup plotters. Now you are facing the same filth being thrown at you, and you are crying foul. So as I've said, go back again, all of you. Answer this simple question. Is it okay for someone to subject himself on the Ambazonia people and say, I'm leader for life? And do you agree with Sarko's statement that if it is a revolution, then it must be a dictatorship? If you agree with those terms, those statements, then you must withdraw your criticism of Sarko now, because Sarko is doing exactly what dictators do. And if you accept that if it's a revolution, then it must be a dictatorship, then you are expressing exactly what you asked for. So stop complaining. And let's just go back and correct the things that should have been corrected at the time. Go back and correct those things. And apologize to those you call coup plotters at the time who spoke up against these very evil vices of Sarko. Okay? Until you do that, whatever you are saying now means nothing. It does not portray you as sincere individuals. If you cannot, first of all, admit your own wrongdoings when others rose up against these very things and you condemn them, then all these crocodile tears that you are shedding now mean nothing, because you have yet not recognized your own culpability in creating this monster who destroyed the interim government. You must first of all admit your own culpability in creating the monster called Sarko, who destroyed this interim government with all this manipulation and fraud. And you aided and abetted it all along. That is what I expect from you. I want you to send this audio to reach them. Thank you.
Punishment is supposed to improve somebody's life. Punishment, or when you want to punish a criminal or a political opponent whatsoever, punishment is not supposed to. There are three objectives of a punishment. There are several objectives of a punishment, but let me name three here. Punishment should be designed to improve the criminal. Punishment should be designed to provide justice for the victims. And punishment should be designed to prevent such things from happening again, such bad behaviors from happening again. And when you want to punish any person, you have to use the least physical force necessary according to international laws or even local laws. You have to use the least amount of force to control a bad behavior. You know, if you see fly one past you, you move, gun, shoot, and boom. Or someone of it talk some bad thing for you, you move, gun, shoot you, or take collars, beat you for your food. So that's excessive, cruel, and inhumane punishment. I would want me to well understand, say, you are listening this audio, if you are in the international community or you are not part of the local background from Ambazonia or in the Cameroons, you from the international community, I want to make you understand, say, this torture where you see that you are observing has been going on in the southern Cameroons for a long time. More than 40 years, almost 60 years. This is what has been happening. This is not an isolated behavior. This is what has been happening to our people for a very long time. I mean, longer is La République du Cameroon citizen, but in the southern Cameroon, this has happened to many people like this. Even Mr. Akwanga, one of our brothers who is playing the front line role of the liberation movement, who is one of the Ambazonia, who was one of the people at the forefront of this fight many years ago, or perhaps even now, he is a victim of that same kind of torture. There are many Ambazonians out there who are victims of this kind of torture. Some are not alive, but there are many still alive out there. So, punishment should not be to inflict physical suffering. That is why you see in the Western world, in America or other civilized country, when you go to jail, you can even go to jail and graduate there. You can go to jail and learn new skills to better your life. The goal is not to make you suffer. The goal is to make you become a better person. So this one has some awareness this way. I want to send and for all our people of Southern Cameroon and across the world, so that we can understand the psychology of punishment. Now, punishment can even go sometimes as much as even a death sentence. But that kind of situation is sometimes designed to give justice for the family of the victims that the perpetrator committed. That is, sometimes they will give people death sentences because they want to give justice for the family or for the where they lost someone because of this criminal. So, but the general idea of punishment is to prevent such bad behaviors from happening again, to bring security for communities, and to improve things or the perpetrator. So, why is torture have so much negativity? The torture has been banned and all international laws and almost every country, it is illegal to torture some people. Though some countries have it only on paper, some countries have it in books. Why? Because torture have a lot of devastating effect on the people. I will go and try to name some few here. For example, in 2003, there was an uproar in America here and around the world. Why? Because in Guantanamo Bay, which was Guantanamo Bay is a military station in Cuba that is controlled by America. America rented from Cuba in 1903. They have a treaty in 1903. They signed a treaty with Cuba to rent a section in Cuba called Guantanamo Bay. That's where the United States have a big prison yard there that holds criminals. That place is not really U.S. territory, so U.S. laws do not really apply there. And also because it's between Cuba and the United States, international law, it does not really apply in Guantanamo Bay. So that's why America go and take high-level, critical prisoners around the world. They bring them there. So there was an uproar in 2003 because they were supposedly torturing terrorists there. Those Osama bin Laden people, the way they catch them, when they become bombed in the World Trade Center about 2001, September 11, 2001, they take them gun for day. So Guantanamo Bay, because this law does not apply for day, the journalists don't go investigate for it. They say that the whole people there for day, they supposedly torture them. They keep them for several days without any sleep. They get tactics the way they torture them for day very badly. So there will be uproar for America here. Why they bring this one story more here? They bring a more gonna understand say even terrorism. They need to treat terrorism that way. Way La Republic way Pobia and the regime they treat our people. You see, I know it be illegal. 2009, Obama signed an executive order. President Obama signed an executive order to shut down Guantanamo Bay. Yes, that's how bad it was. Obama signed and shut down Guantanamo Bay. But again, the Republicans and Democrats, all on both sides, they died for Obama's head. They stopped it from the file legal lawsuits. So the process for still shutting down Guantanamo Bay, it still go on up to now. They fight for shutting down. Because when people they go for that place, they say international law doesn't apply this and that, and then people end up getting tortured. But the whole world, no one see them. America, no one catch them. American citizens, no one catch them. They will vote you out of office if you do anything like that. So you see, and I say, even terrorism, they didn't even green self say, they take people their own bomb building and kill thousands of people for torture them. That is how bad that this thing is against the world. So when I save that video, them put them for places they want to feel access them. Moko share and make the world understand what they happen for our people. There are many reasons why torture has very, very ways banned and is very, very bad. But let me just go and name you the few them. One. Number one, research has shown that torture is ineffective to gather confession. Torture is ineffective when you want to make people then tell you the truth as a police officer, as an FBI agent, as an Ambazonian Secret Service agent. When you take people and you torture them, like you torture them, so as they torture, people will collapse back home for day. They will say anything for relieve themselves. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, pardon. Oh, this and all that way they talk. And so now just vroom vroom. Because they just cry. They just want the pain to stop. People who are being tortured, they will say anything. The former president, may so rest in peace, John McCain, the former U.S. senator from Arizona, he was captured, I think, in the Vietnam War and tortured very badly. He broke his arm, but he finally treated his arm. John McCain, when he was in captivity, he was saying anything just to get out of that. He himself was against Guantanamo Bay. He was against locking up terrorists in Guantanamo Bay. He was against torture. And if you're a police officer for any developed world for this side, if you torture anybody, you lose your job and they will kick you out immediately. So another bad thing about torture, I say, it has a psychological harm to the perpetrator and to the victim. That people, the way they keep beat longer, so that people, they don't kind of whip our people, then so under their feet will collapse. All that soldiers and so that police people, they do that thing, so they will never be psychologically stable. They will always remember that those things will always haunt them, for most cases. Never ever think it will not haunt them. That is what they call post-traumatic stress disorder. Torture, especially when you treat people like that unjustly, it has a detrimental effect. It creates guilt, it creates shame, and it creates long-term mental problems. Torture increases, another bad thing with the torture increases cycle of violence and dehumanization. What does that mean? That like repeat the soldier way they torture people and so. When you start torture one person, you no go ever stop. It says that soldier, you never stop. Now what I see and say, though with the cry, say they don't do it, so somehow somewhere they still go do them again for this side, do them for this side. Sometimes they do them against the law, sometimes they do them willfully, but torture increases the cycle of violence. Another aspect of cycle of violence, I say, victims never go quietly. They will come back someday and try to hold you responsible or accountable for things way you do to them. For example, you need to see longer don't come back now the fire soon now. Yes. If you talk to Akwanga Ebenezer, he always talked about the torture that they torture him. Even after so many years, the memory is still vivid in his head. The pain is still vivid in his head. And if you give them a chance, not all them, but most of the time, if you give the people where they be torture them, they will come back for revenge and do some cycle of violence. So it doesn't end. Legal and torture also is illegal in the whole world. It's an illegal thing. Now, another aspect of torture, where I want to pay attention to this one, will be very bad. Now, it can cause destabilization, social and political. It can cause destabilization of social and political environments. What does that mean? What is happening in the southern Cameroon right now is a good example of this particular point. That is, you can destroy an entire country if you keep on torturing your citizens. The reason why we Ambazonians pick up arms to go against dictatorship, even against all the odds, now the long term, now the torturing, where they start to torture our people. Remember, they stole our land, they stole our this thing. We have been protesting. They torture for them one at a time. After some time now, we still will not take it anymore. In 2017, when they started coming and beating people up, randomly torturing the whole neighborhood, our people said no way. So what am I telling you? If you want to destroy a country, start torturing your citizens. Start torturing your citizens. And dictators are fond of torturing. People who have dictatorial tendencies, that is how they run their country. They torture people. So you see, when we fight against some people in fair way, they don't want to stand for election, where they wrong go change constitution, where they talk say the bylaw and this one, they clear this one. These are the kind of things that will prevent them. You will become a victim of them. Because dictators, they will do everything to stay in power, including torture masses of people. I don't have to prove that to you. Just look at what is happening in Southern Cameroon right now. You can tell. That is what is happening in our country right now. Yeah, how many people have they killed? How many people have they tortured? Look at Paul Biya's age. He is still trying to run again for presidency. So dictators will do everything to stay in power. Even things that you never ever imagined. So now why that would beg some more develop our democracy, more be strong institution, more be strong restoration council, more be strong parliament, where see whole frontline people accountable. May the people also be willing to vote corrupt parliamentarians out of office when their own time come to. So now one of the things they did, now why will some of you would stand for this thing them again? Torture also causes loss and trust of authorities. When torture is used, it undermines the credibility and moral authority of the institution or person associated with it. It erodes public trust, potentially leading to resentment, fear, and rebellion against the perpetrators. This is exactly what is going on in Southern Cameroon today. This is exactly what is going on in Ambaland. We don't want nothing to do. We don't trust La Republic's authority. That's why we don't want them to govern our land, because we don't trust them. They will come there and kill us, torture us again. So we don't want nothing to do with them. That is why we are fighting for our independence, and nothing will ever change. So you see how far torture can go to destroy a country. So make we understand all these things, Make we understand this. Like I said, we should never allow any Ambazonian to be tortured in this manner. Even these frontline leaders, the way they be corrupt, from Ayaba to Sako to whosoever, we should never allow our people to be tortured by us like that. We'll have a way to punish them. You can lock them up, seize their property, this and there are many ways you can bring people to book or understanding or make them pay back justice. But torture is never one of them. And in this message, you also travel talk say, before you want a thief or take a country, you must also be ready to have system in place to effectively carry out punishment, not just random picking up people, beating them up. And our fighters, they learn all these things, this bad behavior now from these people, this authority, the Republic authority. They learn all those things from them. They learn all those things from them, and we have to help them improve their ways from learning away from them. So when you watch that video, these are the kind of things that should be going through your mind. Not fear. Don't occupy your mind with fear, fright, all those. Oh, this and no, it's not going to help you. Fear will just cause you more. That's what the enemy wants. He wants you to see it and be afraid. But when you watch that video, or you see, and first of all, prevent children from watching it. These are some of the things you can do. Prevent children from watching it. But when you watch it, you should have these thoughts in your mind, these things, assessment that I'm giving you. And when you want to talk about it, you talk about it in this kind of way, so that we can have a better understanding and improve ourselves about it. Also, save the video somewhere that you can access it and dish it out to the international community anytime or as fast as you can. Save the video somewhere. If you cannot have a place to save the video, forward it to some other person who can save it somewhere, email, file, this, whatever, wherever you can save it, so that if you run into any somebody of interest, agency or court proceedings that this might be needed, who can easily retrieve the video and show them that this is what has been happening in our homeland. I'm talking about similar videos like the torture where they get for longer. Save our videos them. Save our own for Amberland them. All that kind of stuff. So, in conclusion, we talk say this video will condemn the add my voice to anybody will condemn out there. But nothing we don't go on for Amberland for many years. We no go act like the Republic people the way they only see how they care our people, they torture our people. Many of them not come out and stand. We get for rise above that. We get for rise, we have to be better than them. That is what will give our country back. That is what the world wants to see from us. So, in a nutshell, I want to thank you all for listening to this audio. It's a little bit lengthy, but there were things that I said there that I myself and many others believe that it needs to be said. Again, thank you for listening. They are now chairman this for the Great Restoration Council of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Thank you for listening. Again, may God bless you now.
Toujours derrière moi.
Fellow Ambazonians, and 21 gun salute for our dear freedom fighters. I salute every person. This is not Chairman Emos. I will start by thanking Ambazonians and none goodwill Ambazonians where they don't always fight and support this liberation struggle. Special thanks on Gokutunja people them where they don't always stand tall, stand strong, or fight more obtain with independence. On Gokutunja people them and the well wishers and too. Yeah. Where they don't always fight for bring good sanity for this whole revolution. Thank you. Yeah. Since the liberation struggle start, I don't hold responsible positions, elected responsible positions for Europe, worldwide, LGA, county, and country. I never see the necessity for come out with audios or get too much exchange them for social media. Because I feel say the good thing now for work from behind and give results. We will do the work from behind and would give the results. Yeah. For the last APP meeting for Friday, 8th of November 2024, I see manipulation and dishonesty. President do a presentation, 80% na quote, and a Chairman Emos. Chairman Emos be involved. He put his hand up. Administrator of the meeting put hand down. Put his hand up. The administrator of meeting they put his hand down. They unmute for one talk. They mute it. Let me say the 1 year only one version for the story, one-sided story, and then you go ahead. You know if you judge by hearing only one side, you the judge hearing all sides and would they be involved. Yeah, we'll get for be objective and give good judgment. So now why I can make my audio, for give my own version. Yeah, and the truth. Yep. When it concern constitution, when I feel remember for 2021, we were disgruntled brothers and sisters them, Ambazonians them. They bring the issue for election, and others there. We they bring the confusion where we get the impact of that confusion there. We decide to come up with ASSC2. So it will be the second constituent assembly. We will get them. We amend constitution and the resolutions that will be out there. Now at the end, they talk about constitution as if it's a normal document. Constitution a very important document right from the level for association, foundations, and for community there, and countries and too. Because a guideline document where they help for me them work well, make them work orderly. And if you use them for revolution too, for work orderly too, for fight the enemy for revolution. Anyway, time will come, we'll talk about that one. We'll go for the website ABC and during that time. I'm going to just wind back, we'll go for time for Chris and will be Secretary of State for Communication. That way, Chris and will be Secretary of State of Communication, where the issue will be there with the SCBC, then we'll come up with ABC. Yeah. ABC be need money for the pay bills. Chris and will always bring for inside house of country coordinators, and that is country heads. That time we give the column. We give the donate money. I will be chairman that time for country heads and country coordinators. We go call meeting. We donate money for countries, and they will bring money from their various locality and various countries. They bring money. We support this bill. They paid bills, made the television, they move ahead. Yeah. This country and regions, if you mark Benedicta with the mail, so you don't forget, it will be regional head. Because America will be 7 regions. Because it's big. Ma Benedicta will be a regional head for DMV, District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia. And when I don't hear about Fund 2 will be na Don Fund, it will be na head, country head for Spain. So we begin to work together like this for push the revolution and the liberation struggle ahead. So after ASSC 1 for Berlin, we come up now with counties and LGism. Yeah. The countyism and LGism, they become now the Shidon. They come up with the chair of chairs for inside House of County chairs. Where that particular moment, the chair of chairs will be na Majetro. Yeah, we be head that time for country and regional coordinators. We get a joint meeting, we decide something they come up with board, ABC board. So therefore solve all these issues them easily and give a structural program we know will be always go in difficulties. We come up now with the ABC board. We'll be representatives for the county, all the counties and 13 counties, and representatives for the country and regions. And the board we get one representative because we get a group in our patrons where they give the help to. When Namamanka begin to represent them. And then we get the appointed communication department leader, then the Secretary of State and the Vice and the DSEC. And then to the be inside board. Now so the board will be structured and we'll begin the work fine that time. Chris and can come out now with the issue now for 2021. we struggle for bot, struggle for bring thing down, but he decided for go. He want go, he take some the equipment, the one equipment, but the other equipments that will they will remain. We successfully take the equipment. When I even Chairman Willie and Chair Lady Ma Victorine, they will go collect this equipment with the help of Secretary Ma Irene. They transport this equipment and for the locality where they presently now. Yes, where they presently now. Things that start function, they will try way for build ABC back, and we will successfully build ABC back where the BCI will get the function. The website issue, if we start to that time for Chris Anu, because on website to be there we not get the work fine. We try way now things with the bot now for redo that website. They decide say better move come up with a new website. Yeah. We try now to get the work for bot for come up with a new website. Propose that they be there even for Europe and even for America too, for technicians and for come here for build the website where we own technicians that will be there inside house. That is inside the board. Yeah. But they will be expensive. Now where Paddy come in, where the technicians them from India. And then we work together now with the technicians for India. We build the website daily. We get days, sometimes then daily, with daily meetings them. For build that website will take about 8 months. Yeah. If not more than 8 months even. Where we sit down with meetings them frequently for build that website. And that website be build the website so we'll put all the information, everything inside. So one day the technicians they call my attention since I be involved for the security too. The technician they call my attention say look, they also say for this Swift the stripe, yeah, the stripe code where it direct money them inside the AID. It don't be changed with the direct the money for ABC. Since we ABC they get some difficulties that time money not get the flow. You see. So we try now, we trace that movement now. We see and say if we get to come from the site of Paddy, where they direct that particular funds them because they will be in need for begin to pay people then. Payroll them. So we come up now with ABC, we bought that particular time. We would discuss about the payroll and the management for ABC. And for they will get an issue too now for the where they try way now the sideline the ABC board. We get various meeting them, president come there, come talk say this so ABC now it did not under the presidency, they under communication. Yeah. Say board get a for go search for funds, bring them, can give them for directorate because we appoint Ma Emma as directorate. Yeah. So if they go design, Ma Emma go design the requisitions then. And I go show the facts and for here where requisitions will be there and money will demand them for ABC demand for ABC board and ABC directorate demand or request for treasury me there borrow we money we are be signed and Ma Emma to be signed. I will forward all those documents with the facts in. Yeah. So with all this confusion now with the be starter because they be asked for accountability and me they see how we things that if we organize with company make it run well. They come in now with the sideline the board and come with patrons. Yes. So when we don't finish work now with this the website, then they will see this particular change for Stripe will be occur inside the website. The technician call my attention. I call Treasury, call Ma Irene. Yeah, Secretary Ma Irene for Treasury. We tell them all this information. Ma Irene tell we clearly say, me they not bring another John a gear one. Yeah. So my hiring order say me then change all the security access for them. Now when we change all the security this thing for them, we bring this top security where it is presently now for them. Yeah. And all this just to give more information, the ABC Foundation and account them, it will be controlled by Dr. Tata Johnson for Maryland. Yeah. Everything like they control that account personally. I not get anything for do with those accounts. I never ever enter with that account for the now you begin to just forward information there. But now they control that account. So if they get for audit that particular account, they will see wait to wait the never see for the yeah. And the national treasury, the amber land, I not get nothing for do for the now chair lady Ma Victorine, the sec abuno with my I ring them where they give una full information about that one. Yeah. So when we talk about access for inside the website, the Ambazonia website, then, yeah, the National Treasury gets super user access. That is the master access to for enter inside that platform. I go forward all the documents for now. When I go see them, we go follow this audio. The president gets super access and master access inside the account. The technicians, they get super access and access inside account. Yeah. All them, they get the super access. And you get the, now just list them again. Amber one get them. Ma Victorine get them. Disek Abono Dede, Disek Oben Dede, Don Fon Dede, Secretary General Peter Dede, Dr. Tata Dede. I will support them with documents, moon I see live. Whether they say that me, I get all that in there. Wait away, are they for security, for secure the platform. If some person want tempered with the platform, security information that they come for me. Yeah, security alert and code that they come for me. I not get no master access or anything we want to hear about when they talk over the social media there. And when they come to again for the messages, where I see president read them for inside there. Now messages will be exchanged after series of meeting them. I not be one for begin the be involved again inside this particular thing there. The code. I tell president for that message. I don't want to be involved again for this particular thing. Me talk with the technicians them. I think so we'll get for trust these technicians them. Yeah, because they did do a good job. Because Obendo satisfy say Secretary Obendo satisfy say they did do a good job. And at the board, technicians them. Now people don't be some outside people, they don't be some abstract people them. That department, he sent the message for ethics committee for Chair Lady Mad Dorothy. Mad Dorothy, they contact me, will discuss everything there. I show you proof for everything. As well, I be show them for Treasury too. And Ma Victorine, Chair Lady for board. We discuss everything there, and they be see the security way they behind our website. Everything be cool. But president, they continue for insist how we get forget all the assets. One person no forget all the assets for security for all we. No one person feel bring down that website. Whether you be who, you know if you bring down that website. You need coordination for people, therefore bring down that website. You see. So they used to talk say be for trust it be good, but for control it be better. So this thing will get for learn for begin to build these strong institutions because now institutions that they hold that particular code them. Now for institutions get that particular code them, responsibility them, the administrators and get them. We get for build strong institutions them because people they go come, they go, but that institutions they go remain. And when the people that they go, they get for hand in everything for the other people where they come in. Now so we things that they function. And we get for come up for things and we'll come up with a memorandum of understanding. Where if each department head get for sign them for say na Ambazonia thing than this, when it leave office, make it gear for the next person where it come in for that office. I think that would be good. I go remind una again, say I go post a message, alert security message, where it come for me, where the one hijack the position. And the technician they verify it come from the side of the president, where one collect everything, which is not good. And at the frustration that we did with it, we go back now in the call meeting for talk 80% for presentation for meeting about code. It not be good. And when we did inside to the work as a community, we work as a group, people they get constructive criticism where they feel criticize the president. And when they criticize president or criticize the government, we be constructive. They call them coup plotters. It be so discouraging. Coup plotters. Go list a long list of people that were na coup plotters. And when I did the same people there, and President Sako knows that did the same people that they do a lot. And where they do a lot for diplomacy, do a lot for groundwork. And then when they come in, they call them coup plotters, the president is talking no nothing. And he talking no nothing. And these people, when they don't work, so they bring the information, the result. The president will go for town hall, talk how he do them. But for talk saying that he not the person them, he not the people then do the work. No. And it not be good. You be a leader now, you get for carry the merit and take the blows and fine. Yeah. But when your department, some department do a great job, go out there together with the department, when I get the merit, when I praise on ourselves and the whole department for the good job where they don't do them. So now my own part, this will be just come for Camputan. And I repeat, I not get master access for inside that website them and that platform them. I not get key them for account them or for website them or for waiting. And this document, this message where they send out, this audio where they send out, I will send documents and where they confirm where they come from the platform and they come from for confirm which way at the talk. And if any person get anything, he can confirm or talk against them because these are facts we'll get for put them down. With the way the reconciliation, the truth and reconciliation, or at the way the truth and reconciliation for put more documentations will concern ABC, the foundation, and the website then too. Me Ambazonia and the see with their eyes. Yeah, wait till we go on.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's more really build
yeah,
up.
we are, it's just about the activists in different forums talking about the struggle, and it's very important for us to listen from different angles and get a grasp of how the struggle is going, in different forums, in different groups and different platforms. So this is about the struggle. People are going through different things, different way of, we are seeing tendencies of dictatorship. Our struggle has been struggling because of people who want to stay in power, people who are fighting for power, people who are fighting for ownership. Okay? And at the end of the day, we tend to know those people because anything that Ambazonians contribute money and hand to you, then when you want to leave office or you are impeached or you are removed from office, then you want to claim ownership of those things remain Ambazonians. You come to office, you meet something, you want to claim ownership of that thing that you met in office or they bought for you while you were in office. How do you know what is the difference between embezzlement and corruption or misappropriation of money or any of those things? They are all the same thing. We should start knowing people who are not trustworthy, Because when you carry corrupt people and put in office like in La Republic, what happened? Mismanagement, misappropriation, corruption, embezzlement, all the negativity of anything that you can tell. That is what happened in that kind of society where everybody is just trying to steal something. Nobody want to work hard. Everybody want to steal from the government. That is what we are witnessing in the government of that we witness in the government of Sako. And some of the few people who are still with Sako are still witnessing it today. When you want to oppose a little thing, you bring your own opinion, they will call you coup plotters. That's a name that they used that they call anybody that want to oppose their president Sako there. And it's the same thing. So you see that it's just like CPDM. When you want to call President Paul Biya a dictator, or you want to say President, they will call you an unpatriotic Cameroonian, that you are not patriotic, just because you are trying to ask the CPDM question. What have they done for 42 years? Nothing. But they will go out and be hailing Paul Biya, 42 years of achievement. I mean, that's what we call blind followership or dictatorship, where you hail somebody when you know that person is a failure. You keep hailing that person. We are trying to avoid this kind of scenario where one person will be a King Kong. We are practicing American system of change of leadership. We don't want one president to be for life. We are tired of Paul Biya, seeing Paul Biya for 42 years when we are trying to leave La Republic system, going to create a system where Ambazonia will feel that there is democracy. But our people still don't understand that. They are still adoring one person. Then they want to give the key to one person to control everything. A criminal, an impeached person, a removed person, you still give him that legal standing. There is no election. They don't want nothing. They just want to be president forever. You are seeing in America, election is going every day. They don't see it, but they are in America. Stingy, greed, ego, self-aggrandizement. Everybody want to be something. Let's listen to Honorable Christopher, who is coming in to say something. Honorable Christopher is...
We don't listen for your message very well. I think say something they worry you. I beg Ambazonia, may when I take this my own message, send and make go reach for Sako. Mr. Sako, you don't begin colo as well Nigeria they talk. Because what the way they talk for here for this year audio, it no make no sense. Mr. Sako, whether now which kind of prayer they make them, that prayer no fit go nowhere. That prayer the only circle for make people them sleep so that may chop the money, make the contribute money give you. That money where you dey beg them now, so where you cry. That money where you don't take and spoil the whole Ambazonia. People they don't die. Now blood for that people they now it dey work for your head now. And they will work for these people the way you fool them. They dey for your back, they contribute money you chop. Sako, you never talk, you will talk past so small time you will go stand for bush. You yourself you begin talk. Hope now you this where you sign a constitution, you accept say 2 years you go hand over power. Time where 2 years come, they even make you go again another 2 years. See yet, in order correct you go create through with Lokbati when I put spy them for Restoration Council. When they think no waka, you go move people then say you don't create House of Joa. Now would they divide this government? Mr. Sako, I say if you send the work, if not na create they create too. Now wait now who divide this government? Now who despoil this interim government? Not na you. You don't go create your own government, no? The House of Joa, no? Mr. Sako, how for the House of Joa? May I tell you something, sir? I think say you don't know what you will do. All that prayer, the way you pray, they will tie you because blood for Ambazonia there for your hand. Ambazonia and there for your hand. The one for talk true, is fine. You know the person where if you talk true. You been a good blood sucker. Now you were your disciple, then now they testify. All that audio them way they don't make them. The day would we get all that audio them. And all your video them where you be take oath and where you be send spy them, they give you message, you go out, go play them for inside town hall where it be against the oath where you take them. Mr. Sako, if you forget, it dey inside history. We don't put them down. Mr. Sako, now you this way you talk say if a revolution a day, it must be in a dictatorship. Now you way want dictate for all people them. They deny you, you come out, you create your own group. And then you don't use these people, they so take their eye don't open, they cry. You talk say you don't make conference, they make conference, come do it. Mr. Sako, any bad thing it get the end. Now your end time this. I think say they don't talk, you don't hear. If you know the hear, make I tell you. I beg Ambazonia when I take them my message, send I may go meet off Sako. Yeah, and all that he is disciple them, especially the one where the question Shibonage, that old headmaster, the way you call himself say UN. See, Mr. Sako, your time it don't end. Think where you will make and say me Ambazonia, they're sorry for you if you say you get for come now can't join the IG. Come join the IG, make we unite together with free Ambazonia. I think at that time we will talk say any man it make mistake. But if you still stand for their position, you the one use this woman them way they don't work for you for years. And now you want bundle them, make them be like your tools them. Talk say make they give all key them for you. That a dictatorship where you talk say revolution na dictator. Now you way you don't show them for these people, they don't see them. They don't deny. All that audio then there for we. Mr. Sako, at the time you say make you come back for the IG, you can't repent for your sins. You don't commit too much sins. The blood for people where you don't make them they die for ground it dey for your hand. Come as quickly as possible, make we sit down, we talk. Because your end time don't reach. If you want continue to go with that your power, that your house of Joa and other people them. We get all recording for everything where you don't commit a crime. As where you did talk, say you fit teach you God, make God do what you way, you want say make they talk, you did talk like say you don't take now some alcohol, it drunken you did talk like man we don't know which way they talk. You did talk say they talk say people they do good, they do for themselves. Anything where man sow it go rape am. Now you way you they reap which way you sow. Why you be think say you must talk say make you be live president till Boya? Eh? we ask you question them, if to say we really be the president, why you not fight for your own country, for your own this thing, LGA? Why fight no day for Southern Zone? Sako, you don't go for your very end. Try for wake up. Now my prayer that for you, say me wake up, come now. We will join together. Like thing where if you see Ayaba, I will see you soon. We all within for America, I do warn you. Not like a threat, but I do warn you. If they like say you don't know you wait what you do, you dey make like man way no get no common sense again. Because you sign a constitution. I no stand by that constitution. You break away, go form another house where it be against the constitution. You know get the powers for create another faction. You create them. And again for your audio, then you talk saying that dictatorship we must follow. You don't do atrocities and so you want only forget kill them for place where you will manipulate money. Now you where these people that they cry now say no, but that's so. Instead for hear them, you don't take Bible, mix them inside. Mix Bible, mix drunken language inside. Say you dey talk some sense. Wait to be will for human will. Wait if you define that will where you talk say human will and God will. Human them they don't be as satanic because Satan will deceive them. I think say you will go read that Bible again before you can begin preach. When people they use their conscience, they judge you say you're not supposed to get all things that's what you want. Why you the one for get killed them for everything only you want? It means that if you die now, the revolution will end, no? Eh? Why not if you get common sense? Only you want, you will get all. They kill them. Only you want. Because you be life president. If you die now, you will give them for your woman. You and Paul Biya now. Different now. If you die, you will give them for your picking. Why you like power so, Sako? Why you like power so? That power will kill you. If you no reverse, the power will kill you, my brother. You don't do and so you the river so. If other people they follow you again, that means say all them with you will not be in a sheep. All will not be in a blind people, they will fall inside hole, will not die all. We detail you say with all the evidence the way we get and say you be a fraudster. They feel put you behind bars for America here. May I tell you? You understand? I tell you. No, a good example, if it don't be no now you be take the IG for court, say they take treasury. Why you not be win that case? As well you get all barrister them for you so. Why when I not win that case? Sakugu say your conscience, the way you talk say conscience. So you know what the way you be conscience. You get one conscience. You don't know say you get an instinct. You get an animal's mind. You be lie people then say that case they will appeal them. They will appeal them. If you go how many years now you don't appeal the case? The case lost no. You don't go create another a treasury. And then the woman that they put money for there, you receive them. You put money there, you receive them. Now they don't get sense. They still talk say, make the she don't quiet. Make the she don't quiet. Make that only you they talk. Mr. Sakum, that only you will talk because now you get all the sense. Say you don't talk for Ambazonia and they say make them talk, make the she don't quiet. Make the she don't quiet. Die with this punishment where they punish them. Which kind of strategy you get them for win this war you won? How many years you there for they what you don't do? Even for your own hometown, you not be able to do anything. Etako, how you the fool people they so? Where, Sako? Sako, you don't really spoil this revolution. Okay, now that they call for unity. Either you come for unity or you retire yourself until time will reach. The rope where you don't tie yourself, you will enter for your neck, you will commit suicide. I know the wish is that one, but I tell you, say, now only so. Then when you be gather all these people, they follow you like a fly, they follow rotten meat. So you will know say someday their eyes will can't open as well. They don't open now. So say they walk and shout. I didn't Wawe, it be na your right hand woman. I didn't go, don't begin make prayer, make prayer, make prayer. Prayer like you. That kind of prayer where if prayer one catch you will catch the very person will make prayer. Eh? No, we be talk say you know be fine person. You sleep money do your thing then they. I didn't go then the first people they for talk say no, you be better president. Okay. You be better president. Now what it don't happen now? Their eyes don't open. And now so their eyes will open. We dey tell you say come back. Come back. Now you be the prodigal son. We take all the women them, all that people them put them for bush. Bring them back. All make we unite. We go for Southern Cameroon, for Ambazonia. You don't hear no? So that your prayer, no fit go, no inch. If God hear that your prayer, where you dey make am for years, so it cover your ear, you no go hear. You dey understand, no? Because you been at the devil's incarnate. You don't know. You dey talk say Ambazonia. If you be get conscience, if you know even pronounce that name, say Ambazonia. A whole God ordained revolution. Now you don't take a change people there for bush for years just because you want begin feed you on top of the money. That change the way you be dash people there. So you never fit for go back, go take that churches. That lie churches the way you talk say you be God will tell you say make you divide your churches them because you will be president. Eh? No, you know say no condition is permanent. That very God nobody it dey tell you now say the thing where you be talking a lie, you don't be on the wrong footing. You know the one here. You want die with all people the way they live for your back. Okay. You don't really talk, say, any person is so wait way so it will rib am. Now you will rip your own. Either you come back in the fold or you will go hang yourself someday. I know the person may go hang yourself. I did just warn you because the path where you did it now is a very bad path. Very bad one, Sako. Very bad one. And blood it there for your hand. Blood there for your hand. Big question where I ask him and you never reply me. It be say, why you not begin fight? You be a president for Ambazonia or no, commander in chief no. Why fight is not there for some side? It there only for one side. That kind of injustice the way you do and so you know you think say people they don't get sense. We say I don't keep from bad. We be get Fako mountain lions. We say I keep them. That Fako mountain lion, the danger for your LGA, no, for Southern Zone, they know. Why they know the fight? Why that place it don't offer them for La Republique? Now it is you will tell we say make we believe you. Just like I have did the slaughter with people, then talk say make we believe you because it is sing Ambazonia anthem, it the whole Ambazonia flag. You accept now the same thing where you play. Now you go at the tell you say the same way where I have a go now, so you will go. Okay. If to say me, I dey make this my prayer so because I just hate you, then something too will see me. But if I didn't make and so, as I like say, make when I come back with true love from my heart, you know, come that one is the sin of you and that your people them. Ma Aringwa, Ma Bernadette, and all that people, the way they see the truth now, brother Emos, when I come back, when I come, make we continue the journey. Any man they make mistake, but when you realize, you must come back. Me when I no stand for what side when I stand. I know say one devil day for Sakoi back when I Eric Ate. Because Eric Ate used to say he know say he must die either like president or vice president. That one, he did like they don't wear basket for his head. No nothing. No no shake it for day. But when I they talk now, we God don't open when I make when I come now, make we go boya. They will follow meet up with or they will remain for here. Thank you na plenty. Make when I take them my message, share and so they may go meet up Sako their camp at the big Ambazonia them. Because now my own way this for help them. Say make they come. Yesterday, they the judge La Republique for United Nations. Any person where it touch this God ordained revolution, where stand against this God ordained revolution, anytime God will judge you. So I beg, I know once they make some man go pass the judgment, but make we come back. Make we come back. Unity now. Like Timo Nazi talk say, if we unite, America will save we, or the world will save we. United Nations will come. We get for unite now. At the big winner, Ambazonia, and at the big winner. Make we unite. Make we unite. Secretary don't talk say, make somebody not talk say, the movie for a party. They for your own group. But come, we all sing one song, say we dey go for Ambazonia. Time where we don't reach for day. If you open your political party, any man open your own, any man open your own, any man where is sell the policy, it be the one way they will choose him, maybe president, they will choose it. But right now, we get for sing one song. Say we be a Southern Cameroonian, aka Ambazonians. And we want with freedom. Now only the song we will sing now will be brothers and sisters. Now all that, if we fit talk one song like this, the world will understand we, and now you will go quick. No be na money, only Sako, no be na money, because your ideas also for money, and when they make that money, you can put them for which way you put them. No be na money. Now love together. Talk the one good true language. Yes. Stick together like brothers and sisters. Now you be the key where we will go for Southern Cameroon. No na the one where someone they would walk, someone they chop, someone they walk, someone they chop. Like how people that they walk ever since you chop so. You get for repent. You get for repent, then God will forgive you. But if you no repent, you see thing will be happen for Judas, it will happen for you. Thing will happen at Yaba, it will happen for you. You don't hear, no? I think Muja, when I have brother, he says he don't see him. It came a party them. Now people the way they stand for God, he wrote, and then them don't be in a history now. So now your own turn this, do your best or else you will pack yourself. Long live the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, short live the struggle.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you. Those has been some activists there trying to air their views and in this episode 55. So today, as you saw, we had the Cameroon La Republique ambassador to the United Nations being questioned about the records in their records in the human rights and we saw how most of the committee on torture questioned them. So we are expecting a lot to come from there, and the international community is trying to get into the crisis to see how they can start some negotiation process. So that's the start of a very long overhaul of negotiation that might be starting in any time, because once the United Nations come in, they have several different committees, and all those committees have their own role that they play. So hopefully we'll see some other discussions coming from there, and we'll see how the leaders, we hear that the Ambazonian leaders are now working together. That's a good news. And you know, we have been saying no one leader can take us to the promised land. It will be a united front, because now that we have the Trump administration, we have heard Ambassador Nagi has just echoed something, because the Trump administration is way more favorable to us, because we have seen in the past what they did, and Nagi being an Ambazonian in disguise, he's working with us all the time. So it's a good thing. He's been working with Trump administration before. This time he might be also be appointed again. You never know. So hopefully we'll see how it goes. But let's keep our hands crossed, and as the struggle continues, let's keep doing what we know best. Never give up. Fight for your country. Self-determination is a human right. Make sure that you fight for your struggle, fight for your life, fight for your future, for your children, the future of your family, the future of Ambazonia. Thank you for watching.